Hi, it's Valerie from Flat to Fabulous, and we've got the amazing Sarah Price today. How are you, Sarah?
Hello, Valerie.
Hi, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Sarah Price. I'm a single mum. I've got four children. Got three sons who are 14, 10, and 9, and my daughter's 5 years old. Um, I've been an entrepreneur since back in 2005 when my eldest son was 6 months old, and I started out as a translator back in those days and sort of translating medical texts, journals, that kind of thing. And yeah, over the years, obviously, I added these three more children to the family. And yeah, I was always the main earner, and people would ask me sort of how I managed to fit it all in. And yeah, I gave people tips along the way. But then, um, yeah, I mean, over the years, my translation business, I just found it a bit too isolating, too solitary, really. And yeah, I realized that I could give a lot of value to mums out there because I'd learned all the tips and tricks the hard way, and I
Yes.
could sort of teach them without all of the well, making all the mistakes along the way, really. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I decided to start at my new business, really.
And
And
how
so,
valuable is that? That's amazing. So, what's the best piece of advice you could give to someone who's recently become a single parent?
so yeah, so I'd say that just really think about looking after yourself and know
Mm.
that it's kind of a grieving process of however your relationship or marriage or whatever came to an end, but it's a grieving process. You need to look after yourself, think about self-care, sort of schedule that in before you schedule it in anything else. And yeah, it might sound counterintuitive, but at the time I realized I was already rushed off my feet with four children, even as a married person, really. So when I
Yeah.
became single, it was like, I just realized I couldn't stretch myself any further. And that's when I discovered all the concept of slow living and sort of intentional and purposeful living. And I know the Australian lady, Brooke McAlary, she's a great supporter of that methodology, really. And yeah, I really learned a lot from her. She's got a great podcast. She's written a book all about just slowing down in life, really, and living more intentionally,
Yes.
and just sort of not keeping up with the Joneses, really. So I'd say, yeah, that's
Uh,
definitely a good idea. Yeah, if you have unfortunately become a single parent, to actually slow down, as counterintuitive as it might seem, really.
Yeah, you made a really good point there because even when you were married, I mean, four children, you were incredibly busy. So how can they actually switch off or find time for themselves if they're already pushed as it is as you were?
And
What
sorry,
sort of
sorry,
yeah, what sort of things could working mums do to find time for themselves or switch off? Because they are going to be very, very busy already.
um, I would what in the evenings. Yeah, I'd say just to schedule in that time for themselves before they schedule in anything else, because it's all too easy to put ourselves to the bottom of the pile as working mums. We know that our work commitments, they need to get done, and obviously we need to look after our children. So then we put ourselves right at the bottom of the pile. But as I say, schedule in that time and treat it as sacred, really, and just really focus on your routines and advanced planning. Sort of schedule out your time really strictly, so you know sort of what you're going to be doing it all the time, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great advice, actually. Planning routines,
and
make time for yourself. Yeah.
so sorry, do you want me to talk about
Oh, no, 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 you carry on.
ideas for what they could actually be doing with that time, if they take time out for themselves? Yeah, I'd say well, whatever floats your boat, really. Just relaxing things, maybe a bit of yoga, meditation, listening to calming music, or maybe if you play a musical instrument of your own. Um, yeah, just find a way of relaxing, really, because
Yeah.
obviously as a single parent, you know, you need that more than ever, really, because you're very much the hub of the family, most probably, and
Yeah.
everyone relies on you, really. So yeah, it's more important than ever that you need to keep your energy levels up.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, also going through a breakup, it's incredibly painful and emotional. So what can you advise people to do when they're feeling low? What strategies do you suggest they could do? Because obviously at times they're going to be feeling pretty bad, pretty low, unhappy. So what can you advise people do?
Well, I think first of all to seek professional assistance, really, in a way that they're the people best placed to help you from a medical perspective, but also have a strong support network in place of people you can turn to when you're not feeling so great, sort of people you can confide in, and also hopefully people who'll help you out with maybe looking after your children a little bit, or helping out with the household tasks, or just
Yeah.
trying to make your life that bit easier for you, I think.
Yeah, that's really important, isn't it?
And
You said something, sorry.
oh, no, and again, I think, yeah, if you are feeling low, then it's more important than ever that you do take some time out for yourself. Really, maybe slow down on work commitments if it's at all possible. Just take it all a bit easier, really.
Yeah, definitely. You said something about routines and planning helped you through. Now, I know rather than talk about it now, you're actually running a masterclass on this, aren't you?
Oh yes, that's right. It's on the 12th of February, a Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. UK time. And yeah, I'm going to be talking about how to nail your morning and evening routines for the entire
Mm,
family, really. Because I know the mums who come to me, they say it's one of their biggest pain points, really, that, yeah, especially the morning routine, just getting the children out the door in time, because, yeah, you've got that deadline, really, haven't you, that, you need to get out of the door by a certain time. And that can be hugely stressful, really.
yeah, that's great. That's great. So, how can people get hold of you?
Well, I've got my website. Actually, it's got a slight technical glitch at the moment, so it's not looking quite as pretty as usual. But people can find me I'm at www.sarahprice.com. My
Mhm.
email's hello@sarahprice.com. So, feel free to drop me a message just to say hello, or, if you've got any particular pain point. But the main place I kind of hang out online, really, is in my free Facebook group, which is called Low Stress Family Living for Working Mamas. And yeah, we talk about all things related to work-life balance and mum life in general there, really. And that's actually where the masterclass is going to be held. So
Oh, okay.
if you want to join in on the masterclass, you will need to be a member of that group, actually.
All right. Well, that's good. Look, Sarah, thank you so much for talking to me. And I know it's nearly 10 o'clock in the UK
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So thank you for spending
No,
your Friday
yeah.
night here,
No,
chatting
it's
away.
been a pleasure. Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me.
Okay, well, good luck with your masterclass, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah, thank you very much, Valerie.
Okay, bye.